know if you know this, Chaz.
Mm-hmm.
I am unlockable content in the crypt of Mortal Kombat X.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No.
What?
So, yeah.
That's
I'm
so
in the game.
Cool. Wow. What
game.
an achievement. Achievement unlocked.
Oh,
That is phenomenal, man. That is like a dream come true because I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Let's get this to focus on me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Side Project Podcast. Yes! Let's take a sip from our Run It Up mug. Tastes so good. Tastes so good. I need that because I bit the ever living out of my tongue, and it's like literally like it's so bad. I'm not even kidding. It's so bad. Like the skin. Is it skin? I don't know. Our tongues aren't skin, right? But you know what I mean. Like the meat of my tongue. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's literally like hanging off. It hurts. Like I'm smiling, but I'm in a lot of pain. So forgive me if I'm doing that and swallowing a lot. Pause. Throughout this episode or. Exactly that, taking pauses or anything like that throughout this episode because my tongue hurts. But the Run It Up mugs and the Project Things mugs and the Project Park mugs and the Project Lines hoodies and all the stuff that you see on the table or me rocking are available on the Side Project merch store right about now via sideprojectpodcast.com. And it's that cold season right now. I should probably run a deal on like the hoodies, you know what I mean? Like buy one, get one free or I don't know, something. You know what I mean? I should probably run a deal. Actually, to be honest with you, I did a deal on the hoodies, I think, last year, and I gotta be brutally honest with you. I don't think I ever changed it back. So I think the hoodies have been like I'm not making a profit on any of the hoodies. I think it's been on sale for a good portion of a year. But anyway, sideprojectpodcast.com if you want to cop some Side Project merch. But listen, you see me talk about it here on the show a lot. You see me a part of the festivities myself. And what am I talking about? That's Cosplay World, the premier cosplay festival. And if you ever attended a Cosplay World convention and you've had a great time, like I'm certain that you did, well, only bigger and better things are on the horizon. And now you've got the opportunity to be a part of it for a lifetime. The Cosplay World lifetime membership is available right now where fandom and creativity meet exclusive perks with 3 membership tiers. The Superfan offers unlimited admission to any Cosplay World convention, 10% off all con merch, early access to event schedules and announcements, and exclusive badges. The Legendary Hero offers all those benefits, all the previous benefits, plus access to exclusive member-only merch, priority line access at select events, and members-only virtual Q&As with special guests. And thirdly, the Inner Circle membership offers the previous, plus VIP admission and discounted early access to after-party sales, an exclusive annual swag box, 20% off Cosplay World merch, and complimentary photo ops with select guests. Listen, man, Cosplay World is ever growing. It's a great time if you've ever been there. It is literally the premier Cosplay World festival, cosplay convention in Richmond, Virginia, with much more on the horizon and much more to look forward to. And if you grab yourself a membership today, right now, do it. Bring it up on your phone if you're watching this on your TV and cosplayworldusa.com and look it up. And people can ask you, are you going to Cosplay World? And you can tell them, always, for a lifetime. They'll say, what do you mean? And you'll say, I'm here till I'm a spirit. It's for a lifetime. cosplayworldusa.com, Cosplay World Con on Instagram. Follow and stay up to date for more. But anyway, let's get into the bread and butter of this week's episode because my guest this week is a cosplayer, a gamer, a crafter, a creator, a YouTuber, and she takes all those loves and combines them across her social media platforms to astonishing levels. Heavy in the Mortal Kombat fandom, she has cosplayed the likes of Kotal Kahn, Noob Saibot, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and a few iterations of Get Over Here, Scorpion as well. In fact, I've gotten the chance to see her Scorpion in person as we shot an awesome scene together alongside previous cosplay of the week, Super Amazing, a staple in the gaming community and gaming cosplay with Assassin's Creed, the Horizon franchise, Demon Souls, and even stepping into DC with the Laughing Cat, a YouTube channel dedicated to gaming, cosplay, and reactions, boasting near 10K subs, a previous cosplay of the week here on the show, and in a long time coming. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and give a warm welcome to Just Yeliz. How's it going?
Hi guys, it's going amazing. You are so hyped. I love it, dude. I love it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah.
And hello, Inside Project watchers.
Yes.
What's going on?
Oh man, I'm so happy to have you here. We were talking before we hit record and everything, and it's been a long time coming. We were at Cosplay World together. We shot at Cosplay World together. You're a previous cosplay of the week. I told you that when Mortal Kombat 1 came out, I wanted to have you on, but the schedule just didn't work out. And I'm stoked to finally have you here and talk to you about a lot of things. It's going to be a very Mortal Kombat centric episode. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I don't get to talk about it enough. So you ready to get into it?
I'm so ready.
Let's just dive into it.
Let's hype me up. Let's go.
You have a plethora of Mortal Kombat cosplays ranging from the likes of several of the ninjas, Sub-Zero, Noob, Reptile, which I featured as a cosplay of the week, alongside a couple iterations of Scorpion, also a cosplay of the week highlight, and even some outside of the ninjas, such as Kotal Kahn, which is very underrated, by the way, very underrated. Out of all the Mortal Kombat cosplays that you have, which was your first Mortal Kombat cosplay that you dove into? And being that you create a lot of, if not all of, your own cosplays, was your first MK cosplay one that you created yourself?
My very, very first cosplay I made was Noob Saibot. Now, I've made another version of Noob Saibot, my upgraded one with the many, many belts. Yeah. But at the very beginning of my Noob Saibot, or my Mortal Kombat cosplay journey, in 2014, I dressed up as Noob Saibot, and I got like a hijab, and I chopped that up, and I basically went op shopping, Goodwill shopping. Sorry, America. So I went op shops and stuff, and I found stuff. I literally just put everything together. So nothing was actually made except for the mask. And I did something called the Pepakura sort of thingies. My mum's partner at the time used to work on boats, so we had access to fiberglass and stuff. So the only thing I really made for that outfit was the mask. And I realized that 3D printers existed, but that was later.
That was way later, because you said this was in what year?
2014 or 2015, something like that. Yeah,
nice.
Man. Yeah. And actually, speaking of 2014, I need to explain to you, this is what got me into cosplay. 2014 was the year of me experiencing that, what the hell is this cosplay stuff about? I knew nothing about it. Went to my first Comic-Con. I saw this guy dressed up as Assassin's Creed, Connor Kenway from 3. Yeah. Yo, I looked at this dude and I'm like, that was when Assassin's Creed was just announced and it was hot, yeah? And then I saw this guy dressed up as Connor Kenway, and then all of a sudden I started, getting butterflies and getting hot flushes, and I'm seeing, but this guy looks like sort of nothing really like Connor, but the fact that someone is dressed up as Connor or someone knows of Connor is standing right in front of me just gave me this weird excitement. And then I looked at him and I was just checking him out damn, okay, I could do this. If I did it though, I would do this, I'd change that, I'd make it this blue, sort of kind of reimagine what I would want to look like in it. And then I was inspired to become a cosplayer. $4,000 later, I realized I didn't have
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really cool, actually, because I'm a giant Assassin's Creed fan as well. We have a lot of similar interests when it comes to gaming.
Yes.
So that's crazy. It was basically an Assassin's Creed cosplay that started your cosplay journey. You have an Assassin's Creed cosplay as well. I think you have multiple Assassin's Creed cosplays.
My very first cosplay was Connor Kenway from Assassin's Creed.
That was your very first one. That's so cool.
Very, 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 very first one.
That's so cool.
I had no social media. I went to my very first convention, which was called EB Expo, which was EB Games Expo.
Yeah. Oh my God, I remember EB Games. That's crazy.
Yes. So it was at EB Expo in Australia, because that's where I'm from. And I remember all these Ubisoft was there, PlayStation and Xbox was there. Alana Pierce, you know Alana Pierce? Yeah. She used to work for Xbox, so she interviewed me. I've known Alana Pierce for a long time. Cool. I love Alana, bro. Yeah. She's just a G. But I went viral. All these people were like, who is this girl? And who's this girl? I want to tag her. And what's her name? And where is she from? And then I'm like, I felt not only was I dressed as an assassin, I felt like an assassin because no one knew who I was. Right? Yep. They didn't even know what my face looked like because I had a hidden blade that was working as well. It was like you know your drawer when you put your knives and forks and spoons. I got the side mechanism of that drawer, and then I put magnet at the end of them. So cool. Then I would flick it down.
Yes. That's so cool.
It'll stay in place if I don't force it to come out, right? I went crazy.
That's so cool.
So anyway, I eventually decided that I'm going to make a social media, reveal myself, and then that was history.
That's so cool. Again, another similarity that we have, my first cosplay ever was my Ezio, the Revelations one, the blue robes. That was actually
I've seen your photos for
that was my first cosplay ever, which actually was surprisingly, I've been in this community for a while doing the podcast, doing videography, but I just started cosplaying myself this year, 2024. I think it was March, maybe sometime around then. It was the first time I started cosplaying.
Wow.
Yeah, myself. That was the first time I started cosplaying myself. But that's funny. That's crazy. Assassin's Creed. My first was Assassin's Creed.
That's
and
how
then
it started.
you jumped into Mortal Kombat. Then I jumped into Mortal Kombat. We have a weird timetable going on here of the same similarities.
Really,
yeah,
very strange. It honestly is.
Yeah.
So I went viral a little bit, and then I've actually collaborated with Ubisoft 4 times. Sorry,
Amazing.
4 times, and they sponsored my Odyssey outfit. And have you seen my Bayek? I love my Bayek outfit.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
Gorgeous. Just beautifully done.
you.
I mean, amazing.
I love Assassins.
You have
do.
Don't you have an Assassin's Creed Odyssey cosplay too? Is it yeah,
that
I
was sponsored. That was sponsored by Ubisoft, actually.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's mad.
That is
good time.
It's phenomenal. I like all of your cosplays, which real quick, just a sidebar because I got the picture in front of me. Your Kotal Kahn is insane. This thing is crazy. I noticed that it might be because I kind of did a little bit of a deep dive on your Instagram to pull a bunch of photos out and everything. It might be your least promoted Mortal Kombat cosplay. Is there a reason for that, or did it just end up happening that way?
A very, very, very funny thing that you mentioned. It's actually, in a weird way, my most popular because I was in an IGN article. Oh. They made an IGN article about my Kotal Kahn cosplay, and when Charlana, when she was working for IGN, she was one of the writers, and then she invited to do an interview of this outfit of mine, and I got recognized from Ed Boon as well. He retweeted it a couple times. He's actually acknowledged every single one of my Mortal Kombat cosplay, so like that's such an honor. I was in an IGN article, and I did like cinematic videos for it as well. So social media was a really new thing for me. I didn't know how to capitalize on it, so I feel like Kotal Kahn was more of a Facebook focus. Okay. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like I was very focused on Facebook because it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's believe it or not, it's actually one of my absolute favorite cosplays.
Is it really? That it's an amazing one. It's so I think the character in general is underrated, you know?
And not just that, it hasn't been done many, I think only 3 of us or 4 people, 5 people that I know, not many. And I love that randomness of Kotal Kahn's taste as well.
One of these pictures is from PAX Australia. Does that say 2015?
Correct.
So you started around 2014-15. That's crazy that this type of quality is what you were putting out like a year to cosplaying. It's just...
That's so sweet. I still have so much room to grow, hun. And let me tell you, man, you will never, ever, ever, ever stop learning how to be better at crafting. I learn something every single time, man. Like you saw my scorpion in person. Yeah. I think that's one of the best costumes I've ever made.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's because I know what I put into it. You understand? But to the eye of someone else, I can't prove that. I can't show that, and I can't tell that.
Yeah.
You understand? Because my most popular costume, I think, according to the internet and according to Google and according to me being a Halloween trend, I feel like my most popular outfit is Noob Saibot.
Really? I actually, you know what? Like, I have to be honest. I think the way that I ended up finding you, which I don't remember when that was, it was quite a while ago now.
Reddit?
I think it was your Noob. I don't remember where it was, but I just remember, and then I think I saw the Instagram link and I went to it and then I followed you. But I remember the first time I ever saw anything of yours, it actually was your Noob. So
that's what I'm saying. And I remember when I went to MegaCon last year, I walked up to a girl and her husband who had both dressed up as Noob Saibot, and I approached him and I said, "Hey guys, like it's Mortal Kombat, bro. I gotta go up to you. I gotta shake your hand. I gotta let you know you're a G, right?" So I walked up to them and I'm like, "Oh my god, like I love your cosplay." And then they're like, "Oh my god, you like Mortal Kombat?" I go, "Yeah, I did the cosplay." So I pulled out my phone. Check this, bro. I pulled out my phone and I showed them. I go, "This is my cosplay." And then I think she was like Hispanic, so she was saying something in Spanish. She's just like, "Google something, Google." And then her husband translated to me that this is the inspiration of the costume that she made, that she found on Google, and it was fucking me.
Wow, that is.
I cried.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must feel so good. Like that must be just amazing because because I do this show, I get to talk to a lot of cosplayers, obviously, and I get to hear stories, but it wasn't until I started cosplaying myself and you get and you're walking around a convention or something and you get a compliment, like it feels amazing. Like, you know, from anyone, it could be anyone. And then of course there's levels to that, such as like, you know, if you get a compliment from like if there's a celebrity there who wrote the character that you're cosplaying as, or anything of that nature, and you get a compliment from them too, it's like, wow, that's like, oh my God, so I could understand those feelings, that people tell me, but I didn't fully understand it until I was in cosplay and I experienced it myself. So to hear something like that, I can only imagine what that must feel like, to be like, oh my God, like I'm the inspiration. Like, so weird that we're here. Yeah.
And it's always something related to Mortal Kombat. Like, again, I'm not like trying to toot my own horn, but I had no idea how, I guess, recognized or well-known I am in the Mortal Kombat, community. It's just like, I don't know if you know this, Chaz, but I am unlockable content in the crypt of Mortal Kombat X.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No.
What?
So, yeah. I'm so in the game.
Cool. Wow. What an achievement. Achievement unlocked. That is phenomenal, man. That is like a dream come true, because I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. That's amazing.
So it's a very old photo. So if you actually go into the menu of Mortal Kombat X and you go to the fan art section, my photo is going to be the first thing that's popped in your face.
That's so cool.
Okay, you can unlock my photo in Shao Kahn's temple. Netherealm reached out to me. They said, hey, look, we want to put fan art in the crypt. Would you be okay with putting fan art in the crypt?
I forgot they had that.
And then I obviously said yes. And it was my first ever. Can you imagine, bro?
That's
like
insane.
This was the first ever costume I've made by hand. Okay. And I'm in the game.
Yes. That is like, ultimate accomplishment.
It was like, I knew nothing. I had no one. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't make money. I didn't know that I could make money.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, am I gonna choose money and then lose this opportunity because I'm seeming too greedy, or should I just do it? And then when my tits are in my shoes, I could be like, "Hey, grandkids, I was in
exactly, exactly,
I thought it was more of selfishly about it instead of money, which whatever. Whatever. I'm in a game. Like, what do I? That's bragging rights for the rest of my life.
100%. Take that, hold on to it, talk about it. That's an accomplishment. 100%. You spoke about like a little bit ago about like learning things and whatnot, and from your MK11 Scorpion to the Hellfire Scorpion, you can see, aside from the fact that each iteration is clearly different in the game, of course, that one has much more intricacy going on than the other, and they're both absolutely phenomenal. But clearly, the Hellfire Scorpion has more pieces, and what I believe are possibly more detailed pieces, if you will, in comparison.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and the details in all of your cosplays is something that you definitely don't shy away from. So whether it be the direct comparison of Scorpion to Scorpion, or from any of your other cosplays, they say that practice makes perfect. So is there anything that you can say that you've learned over time when creating, crafting, compiling, putting together such an amazing Mortal Kombat cosplay from your past to today?
So I'm going to start off by saying that when it comes to my cosplay talent, I feel like I am only at 40% of my capacity at the moment.
That's crazy.
And I say that because I have a very big imagination. And if I tell you that nothing I've made has ever satisfied me to the point where I'm like, you know what? I could throw the towel in and be like, I've done cosplay.
Interesting.
I've not, in the most humble way, I've done it already with the fact that I'm in a video game, but not for my own ego and for my own thoughts of my level of what I can produce in an outfit. And with Scorpion, the Hellfire one, the one that you saw, I've been doing cosplay, as you saw, since 2015, really, because I've really made it myself in 2015. And then I have never sewn any cosplay in my life.
That's crazy.
Now, this outfit that you saw, you put your eyes on, you have no idea how scary it was for me to start sewing with this outfit, because I'm like, all right, I just had this weird relationship with the sewing machine. It's like, I've got one. Every time I look at it or I'll go past it, I'll like, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, we good. And then I'll just walk away and start making armor. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And it was the first time I actually ever used an airbrush to paint my outfit.
That's insane. There's a lot of firsts in this particular cosplay, and it came out insane. That's what I'm saying.
And look how many years it took. Again, it was my own battle. It was my own mental capacity and how far I allowed it to control me until I started taking the wheel. It's more of a mental thing, hun, as well. Like, I'm currently working on an outfit. But yeah, we'll talk about that after. But I'm currently working on an outfit and I'm still learning, It's just what I learned from Scorpion, even though it's not a Mortal Kombat related outfit, trust me. comes through.
Right. Everything that you've learned, it transfers over to,
Yes,
even outside of
transfers
Mortal
over.
Kombat into everything else.
Exactly.
Both of your Mortal Kombat, all of your Mortal Kombat cosplays are amazing, and both of your Scorpions are just insane. Like, there's this one photo by Ricky. Oh man, I can't see that. Manso. Okay,
where
Ricky.
I'm walking.
Insane. There's this one where it's just like the black background, the white eyes are just shining through perfectly. You've got the ropes on the shoulders there, like just insane. It's just those details, and then you go over to Hellfire Scorpion, and I mean, I don't even think I need to detail anything. We all have eyes. We can see how amazing this thing is. Like, it's just crazy. Just both of them, all of them, ripped straight out of the games. And you can definitely see, whether it be Mortal Kombat or whether it be Assassin's Creed, why you get the sponsorships that you get. You know, you talked about, like, you know, I don't want to be, you know, tooting my own horn or anything like that for the lack of, I don't remember the words that you used exactly, but I'll toot it for you because you deserve it. You can see why you get them. I mean, the cosplays are phenomenal. And I mean, it's not necessarily to anybody watching, it's not a competition, but it's well, I mean, unless it is an actual competition, then you win something, then it is. But I mean, you know, cosplay, you do it because you love it. You do it because most of us do it because we love it, do it because it's fun, or whatever your reason may be. But when you're able to get, like, you know, recognition from Ed Boon, for instance, or, you know, sponsorships from WB or sponsorships from Ubisoft, you can it's an amazing accomplishment, number one, but you can see, for someone like yourself, why you've got it. And one of the things that I know about you is that you've been able to turn your love for gaming and your love for cosplay into flourishing opportunities, as we kind of discussed earlier, as you've been invited to several conventions as a guest, to several different events, and even having sponsorships with, you know, Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed and then WB Games for Mortal Kombat stuff. And when it comes to WB Games, or even Ubisoft, if you want to touch on them too, that is clearly an awesome opportunity and an achievement for any gamer, any cosplayer cosplaying a character associated with a company, and obviously for a Mortal Kombat fan when it comes to WB. I believe your Hellfire Scorpion was a sponsored build. Can you tell us a little bit about that and, like, how that works? Did they reach out to you? Was it a promotion, you know, for one of the games at the time? And how does having a company that you're a fan of applaud you as such feel?
Again, I've got a reputation already. I've been featured in the game. The Mortal Kombat community knows about me, and I went to Chicago for the Mortal Kombat tournament right as COVID was shutting everything down.
Okay, yeah.
So I was in Chicago, and then we were about to do the Mortal Kombat show, and then on the day of the show, they said, okay, COVID, E3 was shut down, everything was shut down, Comic-Con canceled, everything canceled, everything canceled, everything canceled. So the sort of the pretty big people in the Mortal Kombat fighting game community were in this space, and the event's just been cancelled on us. So we're all sort of at an arcade, Galloping Ghost arcade, super dope place, Chicago. And we all sort of just met there. And the community of people already knew who I was, but when they saw me in the flesh, we all started, like, meshing. We started getting, networking. Yeah. That's when networking happens, basically what I'm getting at. And they got to see my art in the flesh. And not only did they see me on the internet, but in person, not only do I look the part, I act the part. I'm not going to smile at you. I'm not going to be like, hi, guys, and, you know, be all sort of like my personality. I'm going to keep my arms crossed. I'm going to act like you pissed me off. I'm going to stand there like I don't want nothing to do with no one, and I'm going to make sure you feel the energy of a scorpion. That's just how I like to present my work. And then outside of that, you're all screwed. You're going to be like, bitch, put that mask back on. You know? That's just how I like to advertise myself and who I am, as well as my work, because I want my work to speak for itself. I don't have to do the talking. I can see your reaction. I can see these kids crying and hugging me like, please don't kill me. Let me be nice to you. You know, they do that. I've scared so many children. I would approach them with my eyes closed, because you know how they're dead white. And they'd be like, oh, and I'm like, it's okay, baby. But yeah, so basically the networking side of things, I said to them, hey, look, if there is any time and an opportunity pops up for that you want a cosplayer, you know what I could do? Here's my card. Let's talk about it when we need to.
Nice. Yeah.
But they all sort of admitted to me, like, hey, look, you were already in mind. You were already in mind. Cool. You were already in mind. And then layoffs and stuff happened. And then the delay with the costume being done on time for the actual game's release didn't quite work out, but my work sort of did the job on its own.
Yeah. And you got all the opportunities anyway and everything.
Right.
Everything
and then I went to
ended up
Vegas and I met everyone in the Mortal Kombat community I actually met Tyler Lansdowne. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him, but he's the one that reached out to me he was the one that reached out to me in 2015 and told me that he was going to put me in the game because Netherealm wanted me, and I met him for the first time this year.
So cool. That is so cool.
He knew my name. My name. Everyone knew my name. They're like, oh, hey, Liz. And I'm like,
oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. What an awesome experience. What an awesome opportunity. All from Mortal Kombat. People, I need a bigger Mortal Kombat community as well, because I feel like I don't get to talk about it enough. I'm such a huge fan, and I only have because I feel like there's a big community of Mortal Kombat cosplayers, of course, you know, but I feel like they're not as big as, I guess you could say, maybe like superhero stuff, of course, and things like that in comparison. Yeah. And so like when I am able to have Mortal Kombat cosplayers on, I tend to be a little bit selfish and make the whole episode about Mortal Kombat because I don't get to talk about it enough. So
let it out.
So cool. It's so awesome. And I noticed like a common theme here with you when it comes to Mortal Kombat cosplays, and that's the ninjas. You know, what is it about these type of characters that attract you so much that you want to become them, to cosplay them? Is it the characters themselves, you know, who they are? Is it the design of the characters that attract you? Is it the abilities that they boast in the game? A combination of all of these things? What draws you into the likes of Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Noob, Reptile, and more?
Everything about the design of Mortal Kombat characters, the edginess, the dopeness, the badassness, the viciousness. It's kind of creepy in a lot of ways, as well as, you know, it's just the design of the characters is the most motivating factor of Mortal Kombat. Can I play the game? No, I'm a professional button masher. I don't care for being good at playing video games instead of fighting games. But come on, bro, like think about it. You got, I'm not putting any game down, but you got games like Street Fighter, you got Tekken. Tell me any character besides Yoshimitsu.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm going?
Yeah.
That looks half as good as a Scorpion.
Yes, I agree.
Do you understand? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that's only Scorpion. Yeah. Imagine like the Molinas. So basically, I love the designs of Mortal Kombat, and just everything about Mortal Kombat's design and aesthetic just is my personality. Nice. I am all those things. I like horror. Yeah, it's very horror sort of inspired. Everything. Like that's what I'm saying. So that's just and again, my favorite anime in the world is Berserk because I like Dark Souls. My soul is dark forever and ever. I can't help it. So yes, it's definitely the design of the characters that is the motivating factor for me.
Interesting.
Yes, I love the game. Of course I love the game. I'm a gamer first, Chazzy. If I had to choose, if there is like two things hanging and I had to chop one to save it, I am chopping the gaming down. I will give cosplay up in a second. You know, cosplay will stay hung.
I agree.
But I'm a gamer first. I'm a gamer first. If it wasn't for the video games, I would not even want to portray anything about a video game. I love anime. I love comics. I like all the other stuff, but gaming is just where it's at for me. That's my thing.
I agree. Gaming was the thing that started it all for me into like nerdum and pop culture and this and that. It was gaming. My parents were gamers growing up, and they introduced me into everything. They got me my first NES, my first Genesis, and they would play games with me. And they weren't one of those parents at that time that were against Mortal Kombat. They were okay with it because, you know, if there's any video game. If anybody's tuning in and doesn't know what I'm talking about, back in the day, Mortal Kombat was like there was a big no-no thing going on in the media, and then all this stuff. There's a whole thing. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Mortal Kombat's the reason for video game ratings. I think they're the reason why we have video game ratings, because they were so pushing the envelope with the blood and the gore and the things like that. So my parents weren't one of the ones that were like, no, not Mortal Kombat. They were like, no, play it. Because also for me, it was like my parents were the type that were like, I'd rather him be at home playing video games than out doing God knows what. You know what I mean? Yep. So gaming was my first and foremost, just my foray into everything nerd, everything geek, everything pop culture. So gaming was my baby too. If you could rank your own Mortal Kombat cosplays, put them in order with number one being your most personal favorite, how would you rank them?
This one hurts me a little bit because every single outfit gave me something different. Yeah. You understand? I got an IGN article out of Kotal Kahn. I got a game feature out of my first one. I got a sponsorship out of the last one. Yeah. It's just, but as far as design and labor and I guess pride, I have to say this, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say, I don't like you for this. I'm gonna sit here and say it. I'm gonna say my Hellfire Scorpion.
Okay.
That's my absolute favorite. Okay. And then right after that, I'm going to say my Scorpion from MK11.
Okay, nice.
And then after that, I'm going to say Kotal Kahn.
Nice.
Love Kotal Kahn. Noob Saibot after that one. Okay. And then I'm going to go Sub-Zero.
Nice.
Melina, Reptile is probably going to be one of the last ones.
Reptile's last? I didn't expect that. I think that's another underrated one of yours, to be honest. Maybe because
think so?
maybe because I'm a Reptile fan, so maybe I'm biased. But I do. I think it. I mean, I featured it as a cosplay of the week for a reason.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I thank you for that.
Yeah.
I know.
That's just
I
me.
know.
Everybody's
Okay.
different. Everyone's different. Yeah.
No, but I guess it's just because I achieved most of the stuff that I wanted to achieve from the outfit, but I couldn't get. Again, it's this blockage right here.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I got everything that I wanted right, but I couldn't have this, so the costume sucks.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
reptiles like in the reptile that I was trying to portray, it wasn't human reptile, so
Right.
it didn't feel like what I really wanted.
Yeah.
But I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
I did work hard. I'm proud of it.
Yeah. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. What a list, though.
Yeah.
That's a crazy good list. You have a top 5 Mortal Kombat characters in general? Can you do 5?
In general?
Yeah, just in general.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So definitely Scorpion, definitely
Same.
Reptile, definitely Noob Saibot, 100%. See, I was always a Katana fan, but Melina just became better
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. This is a really strange one for a lot of people, but for some reason, I have to have a Quan Chi in a game.
Oh, Quan,
I just got to have my Quan.
Yes,
like, please,
me too.
I love my Quan.
Yes.
I do. I swear.
Yeah, I agree.
And just because he's the OG and he gives me comfort, I'm going to say Raiden, even though
Nice.
now it's Liu Kang,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm going to say Raiden.
Yeah.
Liu Kang in MK1, my
Yes.
absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Love Liu Kang in
I love
MK1.
it. Yeah. A lot of those are on my list too. My list changes. I can't.
Mine
Mine
too.
ends up changing. It changes on how I feel.
It's like your mains.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
have a main anymore.
Yeah, same.
Every game is a different main.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My list tends to change, but I always have a common, there's a couple that are always in there, and Noob is always in my list.
Scorps.
And Scorpion's always in my list. And those are 1 and 2 that are always in my list no matter what.
Yeah, Pikachu and Charmander. You gotta have them.
Exactly, and then the rest of my list, it kind of changes on how I feel. Like, of course,
Yes.
sometimes I'm always like, well, the ninjas are probably always going to be in my list, So sometimes I'll have like a ninja list, and
But
then
I love
like,
me some Shao Kahn.
oh yes,
I love me Shao Kahn. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it gets difficult, and then I'm one that I really love Ermac, depending on the design and of which
see, I
game
hate
he's
that
in.
you say that.
Yeah, I really love Ermac too. And then I was never a huge, being that I cosplay Reptile, it's really weird because I was never a huge Reptile fan until MK1 actually. Until the most recent one is when I was like, because when I knew I was going to cosplay a Mortal Kombat character, and on that list was Ermac was actually my number 1. Ermac and Noob were like fighting for like, all right, I'm going to cosplay either Ermac or Noob. Then MK1 came out, and I was like, well, let me put it on hold and see like what, designs they have, what skins they have, and we'll see what happens. And then I played through the entirety of MK1, and I was like, I just fell in love with Reptile's design and the way that, he's human and it's size off and he transforms, and then the storyline. And I was like, oh my God, I'm doing Reptile like hands down.
You looked perfect as Reptile, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
When I first saw your photos, I actually lost my shit. I think I even commented some weird shit on your photo. Like, I don't know, but it was amazing. It was a beautiful outfit, and you looked the part. You looked fantastic.
I really appreciate it.
That's when I was like, you know what? I want to do a photo next to this. Please.
Yes, we gotta collaborate on something for sure.
Yeah, hopefully, let's keep fingers crossed for Mecha, right?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Well, I want to talk to you about some more stuff, and we definitely are. But before we get into that, let's break up the monotony. Let's get into this week's Cosplay of the Week. Oh, and this week's Cosplay of the Week is none other than, long time coming, Paradox Cosplay, and I'm throwing it up on the screen right about, get over here now, and it is of her Scorpion, keeping with theme of this week's episode. Her Scorpion is absolutely amazing, and I believe that she did this herself as well. Photo by Brian Cox Photography, a previous guest on the show. Paradox, her and I worked together, which we'll get into in a moment here, and I met her for the first time at this last Cosplay World, or technically 2 Cosplay Worlds ago, depending on how because they just had the holiday mini con special. So technically, I guess it would be 2 Cosplay Worlds ago if we're being technical. And we got the chance to hang out together. We got the chance to work together. And she's an amazing person, first and foremost. And her cosplays are equally amazing. This Scorpion is phenomenal. I believe this is her MKX Scorpion. and it's just amazing. Look at you got the chain wrapping around and everything. The suit is phenomenal. The belt on the shoulder, everything about it. And then Brian did a phenomenal shot with this, with the chain going close up into the camera, a little blurry, and then she's in focus. Just beautiful. And I know where that shoot took place, and I wasn't able to make it to that shoot. I wanted to go in my own cosplays to that shoot, and then also to do videography with everybody, but it didn't happen. But this is phenomenal. Been wanting to feature the Scorpion for a long time, and I do want to throw up a couple other ones here because we're going to talk about a few other ones, and I want to throw it up right on the screen now. And this is of her Elektra, just perfectly, just simply perfect, simply perfect. Sometimes you have those cosplays that are, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess really intricate, and blown out, and a lot of different things going on. And then sometimes you have cosplays that are on the more simple side, but yet perfect. She makes a great Elektra, just a classic Elektra. Got I don't know what the bandana thing going on. Is that what Elektra's thing is called? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But you know what I mean? The headpiece going on. The hair is just perfect. The weapons that I can't remember the name of as well. You got the wrappings. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's just perfect. Just a simply, beautifully comic accurate Elektra, and I dig everything about it. Photo by Jeff Jenkins Photography, who's been a previous guest on the show and a previous Projekt panelist at Cosplay World as well. I was gonna announce something there, but I realized that we can't announce it just yet. But me and Jeff are working on something. And then I want to throw up lastly a third one up on the screen. I'm throwing it up right about shine a little bit of light on DC now, and it is of her Nightwing, which is actually shot by me. In the original, there's music playing it as well. But we're probably not playing the music in the background of the show. But there's music which was composed by me as well. The mask and the suit is by Jay Curtis, good friend of mine, and just phenomenal. And she may, I don't know, kill me for putting this one up here because it's unfinished. But we released it on Instagram, you know what I mean? But now we're highlighting it again, and it's unfinished. She didn't have everything. She didn't have the proper boots at the time. I believe she didn't have the belt as well. There's some other pieces that the sticks and everything that she didn't have at the time. But we had the opportunity to shoot together at that moment, so we took that opportunity, and I think she has some new photos from Dragon Con, I think, where she did this Nightwing as well, and she wore a wig for it, a little bit more looking like Dick Grayson, a little bit more like Nightwing. But I told her that I think she should do it, in my personal opinion, with her natural hair dyed this color. It just brings something different to it, being that it is a female Nightwing, of course, as well. And I just think it complements her with everything that she's got going on. And I think it was absolutely, absolutely awesome. In case you didn't watch the full episode this week and you're just tuning in as a clip on Instagram, we've got guest and previous cosplayer of the week, Just Yeliz, on the show this week. And we're talking about her Mortal Kombat. I said, keeping with theme because we're talking about tons of Mortal Kombat stuff with her this week. Scorpion, Reptile, Noob, Sub-Zero, Kotal Kahn, and a bunch of other things as well. Yeliz, do you have anything that you want to add to this cosplay of the week segment?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
This woman is not only gorgeous, but obviously she's ridiculously talented. And she's the type of person that gets ridiculously more, as a costume maker, you can see the progression of someone's learned or what they've learned and how they progress in making their outfits. And I can see such evolution. And funny thing about that Scorpion outfit of hers, when we were both a guest at Cosplay World, the amount of people that were tagging her as me was absolutely
yeah.
And it wasn't, I didn't take offense to it because I'm like, she looks badass. I love this. But I was like, okay. And it's also really cool. And it's very flattering because the people affiliate Mortal Kombat with me. So they just assumed that it was me. Yeah. But I'm like, I was like, dude, I'm sick of people tagging you as me. And then we made a joke of it, of course. And she would.
Yeah.
She's just got such a fun personality. She's a sweetheart. Yeah. And she's very inspiring. Yeah. Very talented person. So
100%.
Love you. If you see, you better see this girl.
She'll see it. She'll see it. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, everything about it. If you're not following, anybody tuning in, if you're not following Paradox Cosplay on Instagram right now, please do so. Spelled exactly how it sounds, but with 2 X's. Like I said, on Instagram, Paradox Cosplay, because Paradox Cosplay, your Scorpion, Elektra, and Nightwing cosplay of the week for me and Just Yeliz is amazing.
That was sick. Absolutely.
Real quick to anybody tuning in. If you didn't see on Instagram, I am teaming up with Paper Moon Cosplay for a giveaway where one winner, it's active right now, and the winner will be announced on December 27th, where one winner gets the opportunity. How is it? Is it this way? I always forget. I think it's this way. That way? No, I think it goes this way. But as you can see, you can put it any way that you want. You can get this Daredevil pop with the comic inside, 60 years of Daredevil, as well as this Moon Knight display that you can see. You can put any way that you'd like. It's got engravings on it and everything. It looks absolutely beautiful. And Paper Moon Cosplay made this, crafted this, painted this, printed this herself. So that giveaway is on our Instagrams right now, paper.moon.cosplay, and of course, Side Project Podcast. And you can join that. One winner, one lucky winner gets to take home both. Winners announced December 27th, I believe. But anyway, I want to continue talking to you about a bunch of different things. But before we do that, I want to throw a little bit of a curveball at you. And I want to get into a segment that I like to call, wow, Shotgun Questions. And what Shotgun Questions is a little bit more of a rapid fire segment that never ends up being that rapid fire. We always end up having a conversation about it. And that's okay. It's nothing serious. It's just a series of about 3 questions, all fun and games. And let's see how much fun that we can have when I ask you. Detailed logistics aside, you have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. This could be a team comprised of superheroes or villains across Marvel, DC, or any other comic-based company. This could also be mixed with gaming characters, anime, or any forms of pop culture. You have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. Who are your 6?
Black Myth Wukong.
Nice.
Master Chief, just because he's got the armor.
Okay.
Scorpion,
Nice.
just so I can look at him.
Yeah.
He's pretty good too. I'm gonna go with Ichigo from Bleach.
Nice.
Oh my god, this is insane.
2 more.
I'd like Spawn
Okay.
with me.
Wow,
Thank you very
nice.
much. I'll have some Spawn.
Nice.
I'll have some Spawn.
And last one.
And last one, let's just throw a soup. What can I do? This is horrible. My lord. This is not as easy as I thought it would be. Oh my lord!
I know.
I'm just looking in my room now.
It gets hard.
Guts. I want guts.
Okay,
From Berserk.
there we go. Nice. What a team. All right, next question. Out of these cat women, you've got Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway, and Zoe Kravitz. You can only choose...
Michelle.
Just for the sake of the question, for anybody tuning in, I'll still say it. You can only choose one, and the rest and their universe cease to exist.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah. You can only choose one, and the rest and their universe cease to exist. Who do you pick? Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway, Zoe Kravitz. Catwomen.
Like, cease to exist and you never...
Like, you can choose one, and then the ones you don't choose, they cease to exist, and their universe.
So they're done.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Michelle.
Okay,
I want Michelle. Everyone else can go.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
for sure.
Okay, all right.
Because I was like, Zoe Kravitz is stunning, by the way, but
Right.
her Catwoman did nothing to
Didn't
me.
do it. There we go. All right, Michelle
She's
Pfeiffer,
beautiful.
classic.
Love her.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, last question. If you could time travel to any period, any era, where would you go and why? And you can have up to 3 different places.
My goodness. No, what are you doing?
I know, the hard ones,
I'm rapid fire. I'm burning, bro.
It never ends up being rapid fire. That's kind of the inside joke about it.
So can it be anywhere?
And again,
Anywhere?
yeah, and I don't know the logistics either, because sometimes people ask like, well, how am I getting there? Or how am I getting back?
Yeah,
or
no.
am I
So
there?
Can I say like the sort of like the God of War universe type?
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
like Ragnarok,
Anywhere.
right?
Yeah, anywhere. Yeah, anything and anywhere. Yeah, okay.
The Witcher.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Who's huge.
That era. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And
one more.
I feel like Red Dead would be like sort of like that cowboy.
Nice. Yes. Like the Wild West.
Era.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wild West. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like how you associate it with games. That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
See,
yeah. I love it.
I didn't even notice that I did that. That's so weird.
That's awesome. Well, that was Shotgun Questions. Wow. Let's continue. You definitely are a gaming-centric cosplayer, hence the episode. I don't know if you'd label yourself as a gaming-focused cosplayer, but I think it's safe to say, yeah, definitely. You're in the gaming community. You're in the gaming cosplay community, obviously, but you haven't strayed away from the superhero side of things completely, if you will. The DC side of cosplay, as you have a cosplay that you likely rarely ever see or ever see at all, and that is the laughing cat, known to some possibly as the cat who laughs as well. Many cosplayers out there doing who laughs iterations of characters, and this is personally the first time that I've ever seen a Catwoman like this. Can you break down the process of bringing this cosplay to life, like from the idea and the inspiration to the final product?
So I love Catwoman. I love Joker. And I know how comfortable I am in a Catwoman outfit. So I saw a cosplay of this girl who I'll probably send you links to later, because her work will blow your mind. She did like a Batman Who Laughs Joker type. Anyway, I'm going to show you a photo later.
Yeah.
But I was really inspired by someone who did their own version of the Joker.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, like I Googled like Catwoman Joker, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't think there is much of anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I've seen like fan art and stuff, but it wasn't the colors that I thought of. So anyway, I just put it together. I painted what I painted, and I guess it was actually an inspiration for a Halloween outfit that I felt pressured to do because I was going to Vegas for the first time. So yeah, I love Catwoman, I love Batman, and I love the Arkham games as well. And I just felt like I love the Joker's color scheme as well. And I've never seen a Catwoman version of that. So
me neither.
Honestly, I'm really proud of that one. And it came out super cool as well, I think. It could have been more, but it's baby Yeliz sort of growing.
It's great.
But
it's amazing.
And I'm not good with makeup. I did all the makeup myself as well.
Well, it's perfect because it's the Joker, so it doesn't have to be.
Right, it doesn't have to be. There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. But yeah, so I was really popular walking around Vegas with that. It was really cool, very eye-catching.
Especially in Vegas as well. They love things like this as well. It's phenomenal. Even from the cosplay itself to the photos, and you play the role perfectly. There's this one shot with like the kind of like mirror-like designs behind you, and you have that Heath Ledger Joker look on your face, where you're kind of sitting there, like the one where he's in. Like the one where he's kind of like in the jail cell.
Scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that face.
Exactly. Like and then he does the clap and everything.
Oh, that's my favorite. I see that. That term lives in my head rent free.
Yes.
That whole thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
That whole thing.
Yeah. If you ever do this cosplay again, like in person at a convention or anywhere, and I'm around, we have to reenact that. I'll do the video, and you could sit there, and we could do the close up, and it slowly zooms up on you, and you just do the clap.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah, that's it's so cool. And then you got the close up shot here showing the mask and the details on the mask. Just, amazing. And the same one with the where you're looking into the mirror and the back of your head is blurred, but you can see your face in the mirror. An amazing shot. And just everything about it. It's so cool. There's a lot of Batman Who Laughs cosplayers out there. That's probably the most famous one. And then I've gotten the chance to work with and shoot, and I just featured him as a cosplay of the week, I believe last episode. His name is _Ancient God. Great dude, awesome dude. And he does a Red Hood Who Laughs. We actually shot a fight scene together with Capture Realm as well. And we're creating this whole storyline thing. Capture, for anybody watching, Capture just put out a prequel to the fight scene that we shot. And my black mask is in it, by the way, for anybody that cares. And we're kind of creating a whole storyline to that. And so it's kind of fitting right now, just in my personal life, all these who laughs and laughing characters. And then I saw your laughing cat, and I was like, oh man, this is like fitting for my personal life right now. I've got to talk about it. And for anybody, I got a lot of DC fans. So for anybody seeing this that didn't know about it, because I believe it's pretty far down on your Instagram, I think it's pretty far down. For anybody that didn't see it or didn't know, now you have. And it's amazing. Did you know that if you Google the Laughing Cat DC, like just like that, one of the first things that comes up is a YouTube video by a user. I might butcher the name, but I think it's Alushan. I'm not sure. Where it's the user showcasing their DC Universe online character that they created, which is the Laughing Cat, which was inspired by you, and they put you on screen.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's for anybody that's watching, it's probably up on the screen right now.
What?
But yeah, I was just like doing research, and I decided to just Google it just to see. And I put the Laughing Cat DC, and the first thing that came up was somebody's DC Universe online character, but the thumbnail was you. And I was like, oh, maybe this was her like a long time ago. And so I clicked it, but no, it was their character that they created in the game, and it was inspired by you though. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I didn't want to send it to you ahead of time because I wanted to have your genuine reaction on the show. So yeah, I'll send you the link after this though. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, that's really cool, man. So yeah, you got a DC Universe character, a DC Universe online character, your own character that somebody created of you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I love this. And I know you do a lot more gaming cosplays, these days and everything. But like I said, if you ever bring this back and we're ever in the same place at the same time, I'd love to shoot it myself because it's unique. It's something that you never see.
Thank you.
It's really cool. We are going to get ready to wrap up. But before we do, I kind of want to ask about your future a little bit. You kind of mentioned that you had a cosplay that you were working on. You looked off into the distance. So if you want to reveal that, and then just like whatever else that you may be working on, or like especially in the Mortal Kombat universe and cosplay community, if there's any characters that you plan to do, or maybe a character that you always wanted to do and just never pulled the trigger. And then of course, like with your YouTube channel as well, you have a successful YouTube channel. Like if you have any future plans with that you want to talk about, just basically your future as a whole.
So I'm currently working on an outfit from Solo Leveling, the anime.
Nice.
I'm working on Igris, the Bloodred, the red commander.
Yep, nice.
And I've already made a pretty similar costume before, my Artorias from Dark Souls. So it's kind of like a red version of Artorias, or it's kind of like a homage to how far I've come. And it's a sick anime. I'm currently working on that.
Nice.
So I'm sort of almost there. Monster Hunter comes out in February. So my goal is to sort of finish this before Monster Hunter, because I love Monster Hunter armor. I've got one right behind me. So I kind of want to make another Monster Hunter armor. And again, I am very video game focused. So I do plan on going to Evo again next year, because it's like a ritual thing for me now since my first experience. So I'm planning on a fighting game costume, but I have an idea that's really crazy, and I've always wanted to do it, but I never did it because it was too late. But now I feel like I should do it because he's coming back. But do you like Final Fantasy?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Clive Rossfield from 16.
Yes.
Right, he's in Tekken now, and that's an idea and hoping. But I also want to do a Ichigo, but I have a very crazy, undone, no one's thought of it idea for Ichigo from Bleach.
Nice.
And I also, my main goal and my main focus for next year is just to get more comfortable with sewing. And kind of my biggest problem is I don't have anything comfortable to wear when I go to events. I need to start making stuff that's not armor focused and that's not going to make me walk around like a Oompa robot thing. It's not comfortable, and I have to try and find ways to allow myself to consider not so armor heavy cosplays valid, because it's my brain. It's not the fact that it's not, just me. So yes, that's my goal. I just want to do more cosplays next year and work on more YouTube videos. I love doing reaction videos. Gaming is huge, so I like playing streaming video games and stuff like that. So that's pretty much like my future right now. Just waiting on Monster Hunter so I can see what armor that I like, because I know that's going to take a minute. You know how
100%. But those Monster Hunter cosplays are insane. Like almost everyone. I don't know if I've ever seen a bad one. Like you guys are phenomenal. You guys put in work for those.
That's how I feel about Warhammer cosplays.
Yes, that too. That's another one.
I'm just like, I would never do that, bro. But the fact that you did it and you look like a G. Respect, because I could never.
Do you happen to be a Gears of War fan? Is that up your alley or no?
I do. Oh, hell yes, right up.
I have a friend who's been on the show twice. He's a previous cosplay of the week. I've worked with him a lot as well. His name's Bradman.cosplay. You should check him out. He just revealed his Marcus Phoenix cosplay. He just revealed it this last weekend. It's great. I think he's still adding stuff to it. I believe so. But he was trying to do it in time for Galaxy Con that just passed. And so he makes a great Marcus Phoenix, and that's another one. Halo cosplays, Warhammer cosplays, Monster Hunter cosplays, Gears cosplays. Like, man, they are all under
that umbrella, like that big chunky outfit.
Yeah, exactly. You got any future Mortal Kombat stuff that you plan on doing? Are you waiting? Are you going to do anything around the time that the movie comes out? Like anything like that?
It depends, because again, I'm going to be very honest with you. The movie outfits weren't mind-blowing for me, because I've been super spoiled with the fake versions of them. So I get that it's more practical and it makes perfect sense. But I guess it kind of depends if I can try and pitch something to MK, because the Mortal Kombat 1's kind of in like a really weird situation right now. So it honestly depends. But if I decided to make another Mortal Kombat cosplay, it'll be probably Shao Kahn.
Nice.
I love his design.
Wow. Yeah, you'd make a great Shao Kahn. Yeah.
I'll kill a Shao Kahn,
you would do
bro.
that justice for sure.
There's so many ideas.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's just an idea.
That's
and
amazing.
I really like the designs of the female cyborgs as well.
Yes.
They look
Yeah.
so gangster.
Yeah. I could see you pulling that off too. That'd probably take a long time though.
Yeah, but again, see what I mean? The armor.
Yeah,
the armor.
I know you're going to all these
it.
hard ones that take a lot of time and hard to travel with too.
Oh my, yes, that's what I'm saying. And you got to pay for extra luggage because shit don't
exactly,
fit. It's just like,
exactly.
Yeah, and I got to stay away from making massive swords. That's my other problem.
Yeah, I bet. Well, this has been awesome. I'm so glad that we finally got the opportunity to do this. I welcome you back in the future. The thing that I'm going to start doing in the future, I've said this for a few episodes now. I've only done one, but I'm going to, the show is, for everybody that tunes in, for people that are maybe tuning in for the first time, if you made it this far, the show is obviously kind of this format where it's kind of like an interviewish style talking about stuff format. And what I want to do is I want to bring guests back in the future that have already been on before to talk about whatever, and not so much an interview style, get to know you. We already did that. We already got to know you. Now I want you to come back and we'll talk about, like, for instance, just off the top of my head, maybe it's when the movie comes out and I invite you back and we talk about the movie,
I'm in.
But the other twist to it is I also invite another guest who has been on before as well, who may have similar interests, but you guys weren't on together previously and now you're on together. So it'll be 3 of us in total and it's not an interview. We're just talking about topics, So I want to start throwing that in the mix. That's my goal for 2025 down the line. So I welcome you back sometime later in the year. Maybe we definitely do that. Maybe we do a Mortal Kombat movie episode. We talk about.
I'd love to. Like, you are an absolute pleasure, my friend. You are so hype, so fun, nice and easy. You're very approachable.
Thank you.
You're nice to listen to. You're good to chat to. Thank you, man. You made this. Thank you.
This was awesome. Everybody, if you're not following Just Yeliz, go follow at Just Yeliz, spelled exactly how it sounds. And everybody tuning in right now, I thank you for watching, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for doing all of those beautiful things that you do over on youtube.com/Side Project Podcast. When you go down, you hit that big red subscribe button. When you do, it goes, and you get 100 sexy Project points. Thank you for listening and watching on Spotify, as videos are available on Spotify as well. When you follow and you rate and do all those things you do on Spotify, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram at IGHatesChazzy. That is my personal. And if you're looking for the podcast as a whole, you can find it on Instagram at Side Project Podcast. Remember, that's Project with a K. For me, for Yeliz, we are out of here.